I do, and our family owns it, and it's.
Are you the sole owner?
Our family.
Yeah.
I'm the managing. My mother and brother and I kind of run things.
You do? Do you own a lot of properties? Just this one?
We own a few.
You own a few. Mainly retail centers or other stuff?
Different things, yeah. Some retail, some this, some that. Office. We own some apartments, some land.
Yeah. And is this one you like the way this is performing for you, or is this
Well,
okay?
yeah, yes. By and large, it's doing well.
What do you not like? You said by and large, maybe there's
A little vacancy or two that's annoying, but it's performed well. It's nice cash flow for our family.
Why do you think there's some vacancy over there? It's a pretty hot market, vibrant. It sounds like it's.
It's vacancies. Not people come, people go. We usually put up a sign or just somebody moved out. We got a lot of people, a lot of calls on. I'm pretty confident that we'll do well.
How long has it been vacant for?
I don't know, a while, a couple months, I guess.
Why do you think? It's a hot market. People are trying to find space, especially retail in that area. It services the market just great. Why do you think that there's?
Justin, just kind of ease off a little. I don't know. It's just vacant. Tenant. I don't even know who was in there last. Let's see. Just a tenant at the restaurant, and they came in. I don't know. As I said, we're really pretty good with this property. You said that you have some ideas, and I thought I'd be interested to hear some of your ideas. What do you want to do?
Well, I was a little concerned. Well, not concerned. That's probably the wrong word. But you mentioned some of the debt you had on it. It's not very much debt considering how large you could probably sell the property for if you were to decide to sell.
So you want me to sell it? Why would you want me to sell the property? I said it's doing well.
Well, we may be able to do better for you. Your interest rate is about 8%. That's not the market right now. The market interest rates are much lower than that.
Kind of stuck with that loan, and kind of if I ever sold it, the buyer I'd have to get what I want, plus the buyer would have to pay that yield maintenance provision.
Well, what do you think you'd want for it? You said if you go, what you want.
You're the expert. You tell me. If you're asking, you didn't come here to ask me what I thought. You're here to tell me what you think it's worth.
Well, before we get into value, it's not kind of our style to just blurt out values without doing a full-scale market analysis of the property in the market. You've owned this property for, you said, I think 5 years or 6 years, something like that.
I bought it in 2007. Paid a pretty rich price for it.
How much you pay for it?
I bought it on a cap 6, I think.
Cap 6.
Cap 6.
Well, the market, I think the market has changed a little since you bought it. 6 cap is a pretty rich price.
Can I get better than that?
Well, maybe if we take a look at the market and we do a study of it and we look at the property more in depth. I've seen the property. I've taken a look at it. I know it's well shaped. I know your anchor is a 98-cent store.
I don't know anything about you. Is this something you do? What do you do? What do you do at Charles? It says here that you're a member of the Investment Services Group. What does that mean?
Well, just as some background on us, the past 4 or 5 months alone, we sold about $70 million worth of real estate.
Your company?
My team. There's a team of 3. I work with 2 other highly seasoned pros.
Would you sell in this area?
We did. We sold the deal actually in Inglewood. It's not in this direct market, but we sold the deal in Inglewood. It was a just under $26 million anchored center on the.
What cap rate was that?
We sold that for a 7.4 cap, but there was a
I'm not going to sell my property for a 7.4.
I understand, and I'm not suggesting you sell it at that cap rate. This is a slightly different market than that. And the business plan of that property is different than maybe the business plan you would have in mind if you were to essentially sell this property.
What else have you sold?
We sold some office buildings in Orange County. They were single tenant.
How was the office building in Orange County got to do with this building here? I don't quite understand.
The owners of that property.
I'm looking for, if you're going to help, I need a shopping center person.
I understand. Yes, and we do that. The owners of those deals that we sold in Orange County actually own a portfolio of shopping centers. And what we did is we traded them from their office buildings into the shopping center. So
Okay.
that's what we do. We take people out of real estate that is, maybe they're a little bit unsatisfied with, and trade them into deals which provide higher cash flow. Okay? And we give them, we eliminate their problems, is what we like to do. We trade them from
I don't have any problems. We talk about my
Well, you get some
problems.
vacancy,
It'll be, I'm confident it'll be leased. How do you work? Are you gonna be asking me for a listing? Is that the idea here?
That is generally the way we work.
I don't list.
You don't list, why is that?
I don't list. I've got relatives who are brokers. I've had other brokers I deal with, so I don't really, I know a lot. I don't want to offend other brokers. I'd rather be open and have all brokers bring me deals. If I list with you, I'll make somebody else mad.
What if other brokers can't service you the way you need to be serviced?
What do you offer me?
Well, I offer you diligent work, okay? We give you market updates on a monthly basis, okay?
I'm gonna give you a listing, you're not gonna call me for a month?
We will maintain conversations at all times. We have other clients which we'd be happy to put you in touch with.
What's your fee?
Well, can we talk a little bit about your property before we start
I'd like to
discussing?
talk about your fee. You're not gonna work for free. What kind of commission do you charge?
Well, it's
I'm not paying
negotiable.
more than 2%.
You're not paying more than 2%.
I'm not paying, I've never paid more than 2% fee, so,
Well, here's the issue.
I don't like these fancy commission numbers I'm hearing in the market.
Well, here's the problem with paying, a smaller fee than what the market normally dictates. In order to create as much competition as possible in the market to get you the highest possible price for your property, if you were to sell, okay, then you'd want to create competition and give an incentive to another broker to bring their best possible buyer in. And we have to offer them some sort of incentive to bring a buyer. So a 2% fee
Right.
is probably not a market rate, but we're open to discuss fees with you if that's something you would consider doing.
All right, what do you think I think I asked you, what's my property worth?
Well, in order to
I told you the income is, I gave you the income,
Right.
$1.3 million roughly, and what's?
Well, in order to give you a full, a value that we feel comfortable to quote you, we would like to see a rent roll and an operating statement if possible. We can give you a full market analysis.
And then you're gonna take that to a buyer, and they'll be all over town.
No.
And you'll start disturbing the people here. That's my problem with you brokers.
Well, we won't take it all over town. If you sign a listing, hypothetically speaking, we only take it to qualified buyers. We get them to sign a confidentiality agreement before they
Right.
receive any information, and we will get your approval first, prior to giving any information.
All
We
right.
actually, all our marketing material will be approved by you before we take it to market. So if you have any issues with it, we will amend it, and we'll only take it to market once you have approved it. Everything is approved by you and you alone, and your family, of course. You seem to be.
All right, well, okay, we've been here, we've been here half an hour. I don't
What would
know.
you-
I'm not convinced.
Would you agree maybe to let us see some information on the property? We'll sign a
Like-
confidentiality agreement. Maybe you can meet my two partners who I work with. We'll come again and meet.
What are you, a junior person they sent in? I mean, you're not the main person?
We are, but I'd like you to be able to see our whole.
I don't want this deal where, I give listings and next thing you know, I'm assigned to some clerk.
There's 3 of us on the team. There is no clerk. We all work equally and as partners. As I mentioned to you in the past,
So what kind of information do you need?
I just need your rent roll and an operating statement and the leases if possible, or a lease abstract.
Okay.
Would you agree to provide that?
All right, I get, and I'm not gonna commit now. I
I
told you,
understand.
there's no, I won't say my mind is closed, but The door is open that much, are you willing to work with the door open only that much?
If I may ask.
Because I don't want you
can
coming, I don't want these guilt trips, you know, I did this, I did that.
Right. No, I'm not gonna guilt trip you into anything. Here's what I'd like to do. If you could send us the information, we'll take a look at it. Maybe you'll come in and I'll introduce you to my two partners. If you like the way we.
Why didn't they come today? Were they?
Well, I wanted to
too
introduce
important?
myself. I called you over the phone. I wanted to make sure you were comfortable with me before I brought in a whole team of people disturbing you.
Can't you just bring me a buyer and we'll just wrap this up?
You know, but then you're gonna lose some
You know,
money.
this is really not for sale. You know, I don't know why I'm giving you this and next you're gonna want my taxes and
I don't need
pictures
your
of me, all right, I like you, you're persistent.
Thank you. Well, so then maybe can we reschedule another meeting for this time
I
next
don't
week?
know why,
After we've taken a look at some of the information?
you know, you can tell I'm fidgeting, I'm not quite, I don't know. I'll have to talk to my mother.
Talk to them. Maybe next time we
She
can arrange it.
she owns 75% of the property,
I
and my
see.
brother,
Well, if I may-
20, I have 5%.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we bring your family in next week this time if they're available, or anytime that you and your family are available. I'll bring in my team members and we can all discuss as a group and make a decision.
Maybe we should meet again, you know, meet another time.
How about this time next week?
All right, okay.
Well,
All
thank
right.
you, Mr. Sheriff, for your